Hello everyone, I'm Liftily, and I'm gonna play the newest adventure of Hearthstone called League of Explorers on Heroic mode because let's be honest, the normal mode is pretty easy. So I'm not saying the hard mode is really hard this time around. It's fairly easy because like the first wing can be done with Freeze Mage pretty easily. So we'll just jump ahead and fight the first boss, who's called Zinaar. I'm using my Freeze Mage deck. It's pretty old, so don't get your hopes up. And I thought I would beat him at turn 15, 16. But yeah, as it turns out, this is a full fatigue game. So be prepared to Resident Sleeper. But it's interesting because I have a lot of choices during the game. And I hope you like it. So as for Mulligan's strategy, I used to like minions first. But in reality, I want to have Doomsayer because he's going to put on a lot of minions early, like Willing Zapomatic, which can be problematic. Nice rhyme, by the way. And yeah, so keep Doomsayer if you got it. Keep your freezes and all that stuff. Card draw, like Mad Scientist, for example, and so on and so forth. So the game is pretty much self-explanatory. If you want to fatigue him, you just stall out basically as long as possible. Keep minions on the board. So he has to trade, and he will trade in most situations. And try to bait out his Roaring Torch and all that stuff. So that stuff doesn't go to your face, because that's important. Your life total is really, really important. And yeah, just check which wishes you get. Hopefully you'll get more spells than I did, because yeah, my spells sucked for the most part. The Cone of Cold was pretty cool, but anything else, I was like, yeah. So as you see, he already used 2 Forgotten Torches on me, so meaning he has 2 Roaring Torches dealing 6 damage. I need to bait those out sometime during the game, but as it turns out, that's going to be fairly easy. By the way, just like you saw, I used the Arcane Nullifier here because Freeze Mage usually lacks some kind of taunt, so whenever you get a taunt minion from your wish, you better pick it, because as you can see, the board is quite full. I was lucky enough to have Frost Nova plus Doomsayer on turn 5, so that made it pretty easy for me to clear the board. And as you can see, the AI is not very smart. He's going to use a Fire Elemental for no reason, obviously, and lose his whole board, so I get full value out of my Doomsayer, making the game pretty easy from this point on, but there's still a little chance you might lose if you get this far. Here's the Roaring Torch I talked about. Sadly it went off on my Koldara Drake, which would have been really, really good to keep around, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, try to get not burned like me. But it might happen because that's the nature of Freeze Mage. You draw a lot of cards. You want more cards to get deep into your deck, to get Alexstrasza, to get Akmech Antonidas and all that good stuff. And in best case, you keep 1 or 2 wishes to trigger Antonidas to get more flame fireballs, and burn him down. But yeah, this is fatigue game, so in the end it didn't really matter to burn 1 fireball there. So the reason why I'm not picking Flame Strike immediately is I was counting how much damage he has, how much damage I need to not get instantly wiped from board. So I was thinking, do I want Dragon's Breath or do I want Flame Strike? But yeah, as you might guess, I picked Flame Strike because it's obviously better. Especially if I can stall out his Stormont Champion, if I remember correctly his name. So yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I think it was a misplay to trade into Raptor. But yeah, it doesn't matter in the end. So, this is a moment that can look scary. Hopefully you'll get as lucky as I did, top decking some kind of stall or board clear for that matter. I mean, Blizzard is not the best case. I would have wished for another Flamestrike because I'm running one on my own. So that would have been great, but it stalled out fairly well and he can't deal with the Cobra on board, meaning I get to clear whatever he puts down. And yeah, making it pretty easy for me from that point on. Even though this board looks kind of scary, to be honest.
You require my assistance.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
That's a little mistake on my part. I should have used both wishes first before I do anything. Try to keep this in mind, using wishes first. Unless you put down Antonidas, then you put down Antonidas first, of course, and then use the wishes. But yeah, as it turns out, if I would have known beforehand that I'd get Cone of Cold, I should have wished first for it. So yeah, you might consider it misplay, but it won't matter because I'm triggering my ice block on purpose here. So I get down more damage, have more chances to survive in the end. And eventually, yeah, get lucky on this one too. That would have really hurt because, well, let's be honest, if he got the 3-2, that'd be real trouble for me because I couldn't clear other stuff otherwise. But as it turns out, I'm sometimes lucky. By the way, as you can see it on the right side, his deck is almost fatigued out, so I'm in a really good position. Trading here is okay-ish, just keeping my health above 6, so he can't just deal random burst damage to me and kill me out of nowhere. And yeah, from this point on, there's literally nothing that's going to end the game in the boss's favor. Especially with Reno Jackson like I drew right now. It's just the icing on the cake, basically, because there's literally no card in the game that would have won him right now. Other than Deathwing, but DA doesn't play Deathwing.
The might of Stormwind!
Speaking of which, there we go. The mighty dragon himself. I mean, all 3 choices here are bad, so I picked the one that could have any use. And yeah, I mean, healing for 21 pretty much sealed the deal.
The Fire Lord.
A little misplay on my And burning off one more card, but yeah. Things happen. Things happen. That wasn't the best of plays, to be honest.
How much?
And again,
How much?
should have used the wish, because there's no reason not to. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The game is won. There's literally no way he's going to win. He's fatiguing. Pretty quickly he's drawing one card, and he's drawing one card from his hero power, making him fatigue twice per turn, and thus making it quite easy. I'm having a lot of healing. I mean, Antique Keyboard heals me for 8 and Lixtraza for a potential 14. So yeah, that's about it. Use Freeze Mage, it's really easy. I did this fight twice, so just to check if Freeze Mage is really that easy. The second game went pretty much even smoother than this one. So yeah, feel free to copy the deck, it's on the left side of the game, of the screen I mean. Feel free to copy it. Good luck. I mean, it's not really hard, as you could see. I misplayed sometimes and still won. So yeah, have fun, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe, I'm very happy about it, and see you next time.
Onward! The rod lies just down that hall.